tricks. All I do is sing along. Yeah, I need you around for brighter light and firmer ground. When you believe in me, love is gonna set me free.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and good evening. Welcome to the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul podcast, where I'm your host, Michelle Bolden Hammond. And listen, we have the tea tonight with my special guest, Miss EllaRose Preston, coming from us from what they say, the Windy City. The Windy City?
No, the Motor City.
The Motor City. That's right. The Motor City. That's it.
Yeah.
The Motor City. Yes. Hitsville, right? Hitsville,
Yes.
USA. Yes.
Motown, all of that. The D.
All of
Motown.
that. All of that. So we want you to like, share, and we want you to celebrate and help this lady promote. That's what I'm all about here, promoting and getting those friends of mine from the past. I just want to say thank you, EllaRose, for coming on tonight and just sharing about your J. Elise teas, and I am a favorite of tea. I love tea, whether it's hot, cold, or whatever. But I just want to say thank you for taking out the time for coming on tonight to express how important there's some health benefits with some of the tea.
Yes.
Yes. Some health benefits. And not just only that, as you notice, audience, there has been nothing but a holistic treat with us this month. So I'm trying to go out this month with a bang to get us ready, to get our immune systems together for what's coming with the winter. Mm-hmm. So EllaRose, tell the audience who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, let me first say thank you so much, Michelle, for having me on. It is my pleasure to be here with you, and it's so good to connect with you. It's been a while, and I'm just so proud of you and the things that you're doing. So I want to give you some encouragement, to keep going. I'm really happy to hear when we were talking kind of off camera about the things that you're doing and have continued. So I'm EllaRose Preston, the CEO of J. Elise Tea. I produce bottled artisanal iced tea ready to drink, comes in 16-ounce bottles. I have 4 flavors, 3 of which are hibiscus centered. So I have a hibiscus sweet and unsweet, a hibiscus with ginger, and then I have royalty, which is a white tea with pineapple. My company is about 7 years old now. I started in 2016. I've always been a lover of tea and herbs and having little tea parties and things like that. And, to go way back when I was in my mid-20s, I was struggling with hypertension and I was on blood pressure medication. And so I was really upset about that. Like, oh my gosh, I'm too young for this, those things. So I looked for natural interventions to address that. And what I found that was that scientific evidence supported drinking hibiscus daily can help reduce your high blood pressure and keep your cholesterol levels in a healthy range. So I started doing that along with other lifestyle changes, and I've been able to manage my hypertension and keep it in at healthy numbers without medication since then. So fast forward to a vision board party. Yes, because it does take discipline. When you go the natural route, it really takes discipline and you being ready for the revolution. But so then later, I went to a vision board party in like 2016, and I just whipped up a iced tea for everybody, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is so good! You should bottle it." And I thought, okay, maybe so. I went back into my lab, the kitchen, and tried to do something a little different. Tried to get the same blend that I did, and I think I came close and started selling at farmers markets and in cups with little Avery labels, and we've just grown from there. So that's kind of the beginning stories of J. Elise Tea. The company is actually named after my beloved auntie, now ancestor, Jamila Elise. So she was, she really loved tea, and I think she would like the tea now and be very proud.
You said the key word. It's two things that I like what you just said. You were at a vision board party, right?
Yes.
Sometimes, and that was just like you're thinking you're going for another way to come out with one vision probably that you had set on your mind when you went there, but then you came back out with this business poop. You had no idea that it would happen that way.
Right. Who knew? I
Who
sure
knew?
didn't.
And that's how things work for us sometimes. Just like you said, I had no idea that during this time, during COVID, I think I've always been a creative person. Because that's how we met. I would do little activities to get people together, and this is how we met. With you coming for the belly dance a couple of times, and I had you here on the shore. And now she'd have moved out further from me, but you know what? I need to get the Hitsville, so we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that happen. I see my 2024. Just going places. See,
you are welcome and invited. I would curate a wonderful trip for you.
Yes. Okay. I'm down for it. When I talk about get them bags packed, I'm ready. But that's how I didn't have no idea that, I knew I was a creative, but then putting it into action, it's just a circumstance. COVID happened. I just so happened we didn't have a lot of time to do what I had. Hey, I'm writing. I've been writing for so long. Yeah, I put the one book out, but then now it's been many books. And who does that? Who does that? Put 3 books out in 1 year, then make music and continue on to make music at my ripe season age that I am. But I just think that sometimes the universe does know just exactly what we need, and it puts us in our purpose and what we're supposed to be doing. So congratulations to you. I'm ready for the celebration of the 10 years that'll be coming up for it. So yeah. So, you said you got this named after your aunt.
Yes.
Your aunt. I love the hibiscus flower. Now, where does the hibiscus flower originate? Do you?
Well, it's been used in many different areas of the world. So, there's some that believe it originated in North Africa, but you'll see it, with our sisters and brothers in the Hispanic community growing there, Caribbean community. So, we can just go with North Africa if we want, but many, people in the diaspora, it grows in those different areas.
Mm-hmm.
And they have, different names for it. Zobo, Aqua de Fresca, Sorrel, just a lot of different things.
Right. And that's how I like the sorrel. That's how I got from it. And it actually, you're right. The Caribbean is where I first tasted it, is in Jamaica when I went to Jamaica. And I asked the person for the recipe, and then I see it in the international stores. Now that is going to be one of my questions, because when you saying hypertension, that's something that my husband suffers from, and medication. I would love to know just exactly. I see it here in the international store, but I don't really think that it's really the real authentic that I know that you're using with your tea. So when you said that the hibiscus flower has some benefits, can you, like you said, you had the high blood pressure. Is there any more other health benefits to it as well?
Yeah, but let me make a correction. So our Hispanic folks call it agua de Jamaica. I said fresca before, but it's Jamaica, flower of Jamaica, basically. But hibiscus has a lot of vitamin C, more so than many fruits. So that really gives your immune system a boost. It's also very cooling. And so you'll notice that in some of the hotter regions like North Africa, it's in high rotation because it has cooling effects. You're in a very much warmer climate in those areas. So along with, all of the antioxidant and polyphenols that it's packed with, which is what has the effect on your cardiovascular system. So helping to lower your blood pressure if you have high blood pressure, and helping to keep your cholesterol levels in a healthy range. And that's if you are drinking it daily. So we're talking about 3 cups a day daily, along with other lifestyle changes, can have significant impact on your cardiovascular system. But as it pertains to hypertension, you're talking about at least 3 cups of hibiscus tea a day.
Okay, 3 cups. I think I can do that. I think I can do 3 cups. But it's funny that you said that, because I just went for a checkup and they were telling me that my cholesterol levels were very high. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Because I do not want to take medication. I do not. And I'm nothing against it, but I do not. I do know that I've been in healthcare too for a minute, that I know that these statins that you take, you can't really come off of them as much as. So thank you so much about giving that information. Now, let me repeat, folks, just don't stop taking your cholesterol medication if you're taking it. This is right. We're not telling you. Let me throw that alert out there. So if you're taking it, you can continue to take it. That's your choice. But for me, they want to give me the prescription, and he asked me. I was like, no. And I said, thank you so much, because I said, when he said that to me, when he left out the room, I was like, I said, you're going to have to find something for me to take this to help me with this. And again, it's about certain types of foods that you have to cut back on. So of course, fried, I don't do that as much anymore. But thank you for that. So let me put this disclaimer. We are not telling you to stop taking your medication. Let me throw that disclaimer out there. Please advise cautionally with your doctor, because we also know that certain herbs and stuff can actually offset.
Right. So consult your doctor before stopping or starting any kind of medication or supplementation. Hibiscus is not a cure-all, and what works for me may not work for someone else. So again, you want to consult your physician and work with your medical team, enlist a nutritionist, as part of your care team, and work together to see what's best for you.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, that's most definitely. So we throwing it out there. So don't go and say upfront, mind, body, and soul tell me I can't take my medicine anymore. No, we did not tell you that. We just told you that there are some health benefits behind it. We're not telling you to stop taking your medicine. And what I know, I don't want to be someone who takes a lot of medication. So taking it, I don't want to take it. So that's what I've been looking through. They told me that day when I left, I've been looking at certain things, but here she comes with some information that I'm going to take into my memory bank here. So EllaRose, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about, some tea, like you said, this hibiscus, to go over again, what are you selling, how people can find you. And then also we want to tell you, audience, about, we go to Royal Farms, our little convenience stores, and then we go and buy our bottle tea. But we've got a little surprise for you when you come back that we're going to tell you about. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul, where I'm your host, Michelle Bolden Hammond, and I'm here tonight with my guest, EllaRose Preston of JLE's Teas. And that video that you just saw is from my new services that are coming. They're up and running. Let me tell you again, Mama's Healing for You is up and running. So we have two new additional services, which is V-Stain, where we're using natural organic herbs to get Susie together, and the cookie, as whatever we call it. But there are health benefits to that. I will be actually having someone else come on later on in the year to talk about that. And foot detox. I started with my own line of foot detox. A lot of people don't know that our feet is the one that carries the biggest pores, where we can dig in and do some foot care, not only just for getting your manicure, but stuff to actually detox and clean your system. So yes, those are two services that are rendered here. And guess what? We can bring the sanctuary to you. We are mobile. That's right. We are mobile. So give us a call. Well, back to you, Miss EllaRose. We appreciate you for coming on tonight. But we talked about different things about the teas, but give the synopsis of, if I was going to the store and I was out there in Detroit and I want to make the decision of getting the JLE's tea versus the bottled iced tea, can you tell me versus your tea versus the bottle tea?
Oh my God, that's such an easy decision though. So, well, I think, when you support a brand like JLE's Tea, you're supporting a small business, a woman-owned business, a Black-owned business, and that local economy. So small businesses and entrepreneurs are what really drive our local economies and keep things going. Of course, as a small business, there's more attention to detail. We are not really getting lost in the sauce that, kind of happens once, commercialization happens. But to get right down to the nitty gritty, the ingredients, I use only natural and organic, high quality ingredients, sustainable practices, and ethically sourced teas and herbs for my products. There's usually only a few ingredients, so there's nothing that you can't pronounce. I don't use any artificial preservatives and the other teas. That's why the other teas will last a couple of years without being refrigerated and things like that. My product has a 6-month refrigeration shelf life. Although I don't think anybody's tea lasts for 6 months once they get it. Well, you're lucky if it make it a week in their refrigerator, right? So,
exactly.
No artificial preservatives. The sugar content, I don't use white sugar. I use honey only to sweeten the ones that are sweetened. So, you get a few little health benefits from the honey. It's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. So it's going to give you more than it's going to take. Definitely more than what you get in the white or the cane sugar that other commercial brands use. And as an effect of that, the sugar content is lower than what might be in other bottles. And just keep in mind that sugar is coming from the honey, not from white sugar. And then, of course, just the health benefits. These are concentrated products, really. There's a lot of tea brands that use hibiscus, and it's like they call their tea hibiscus or whatever, some kind of fusion, and it almost seems like they're only using it to color the beverage. Like you can barely taste the hibiscus. So whatever healing properties that herb, that tea is bringing, you're definitely getting more of a concentration in it in JLE's tea.
I see that. Listen, she's telling you, because it's even about the sugar. Sugar isn't about everything, but that honey is the natural sugar. And you're right, the honey is like more for viral stuff, viruses and different things like that. So that is real good. That is some real good information. Now, let's say you've been doing a lot of vending And I think this is another thing to give you a clap and a shout and a handout, because I'm telling you, that's one of my go away from here too, is to make it to a TEDx. So how was that experience for your TEDx Detroit, where you were there featured there? So that is very, that's, let's give you a virtual clap for that. That is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. TEDx is always a fun time. There's a lot of creative energy in the space, a lot of positive vibes, um, innovation, brightness. It's just the atmosphere and the energy is always wonderful. And I'm always happy to be a part of that event. It's just like, being with a lot of like minds, very people creative that are creative and open, to different things and trying things and inquisitive. So it's a very bright event to be a part of.
I was like, I'd love to get me on a TEDx. And we're working on that. We are working on that.
Yes.
So, we're moving into the fall season. Now, when I heard you say something about the white type of tea and pineapple, right?
Mm-hmm.
The white tea and the pineapple, and oh my God, I just can't wait, because as soon as we finish, I'm gonna be ordering. I'm gonna be ordering to get it. I can taste it right now. And then you said, now with all of these, since it's the fall, a lot of people like to drink hot tea. Now, is it available in hot teas?
Well, no, it's all, it all comes in a 16-ounce bottle. Now,
Okay.
they all can be heated up, though. And so if you want to heat it up, I recommend that you pour it in a pot and do it over the stove. I think that's the best way, It seems like when you microwave stuff, I mean, obviously you're radiating your food, but it doesn't stay hot.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, so heating it up is a really good thing. The hardy hibiscus, to me, the sweet hardy hibiscus, when you heat it up, it just feels like a hug. So if you're looking for a hug, that hardy hibiscus is the one. The royal tea, which is a white tea base with pineapple and lemon balm. The lemon balm is a herb in the mint family that helps to relieve cold and flu-like symptoms and feelings of anxiety and depression. So the lemon balm, to me, the royal tea is lighter and crisper, whereas the hardy hibiscus varietals are more robust and flavorful. So it kind of depends on, which way you want to go.
Oh, listen at that. Immunity defense. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
We need that, right? It's flu season. We still have COVID, happening. So all these things need to be a part of our lifestyle so we can be less susceptible to what's out there.
You are absolutely right. Say, can we guys, I don't have the mic, my imaginary mic here. Please, people, the COVID is still out here. It has not gone anywhere. It is still out here. So she is so right. The immunity defense is, we have just to be careful, and it does good to be natural on what things we produce and put in our bodies. And whatever I can do to help you hear it up front, mind, body, and soul, to help get that message out about your teas. I know you're out in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We can brand it here if I have to get a ship and truck some and come back, put it in the store, something like that. We can see if we can make that happen. I'm gonna see if I make that happen. See what we can do. I have a niece with FedEx, so maybe we can get something going on here.
Yes, I am working towards that. Because I definitely would like to at least expand to my Maryland family, since that's where the company started. It started in Maryland, Prince George's County.
In PG County. See, listen, PG County, folks, listen. So, it's exciting to see you grow with that. Who would never know, from the belly dancing to your waist beads and now to the T. So, that's the BWT.
Oh, I might have to use that.
The BWT, the BWT, yeah, the BWT. So yeah, that is. I love seeing you, and whatever I can do to support you here. It's been a minute, and when I clapped back to you, I was like, yes, yes, yes. When I clapped back to you, so it's exciting to see how this. And again, it's important about collaboration, even with the
Yes.
tea blends. It's important with collaborate because, like you said, you use different types of herbs and stuff. Now, do you see yourself packaging like tea bags and stuff later on to expand?
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay.
So that's probably not too far down the pipeline, but I would definitely like to do that.
Okay. All right. We'll be waiting. Be waiting. Little tea accessories and
Yep.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Little merch, little
Little
brand
merch.
hugs or
Little merch.
something.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. Again, so it's been exciting to hear about your journey and all this about making the teas because I'm always looking to collaborate. So maybe there's something, tea and sound, because I had these sound bowls here just to meditate on some teas. Take a sip of tea. Maybe we can put that together out in Detroit. We'll talk about it, but
Yeah,
different things like that. But yeah, to make it come together, just to have an afternoon, and like you said, with the mindfulness,
yes.
just being still in the moment, just the aromas, the different get those senses in your mind rolling, like those different. And when you said about lemon and the pineapple, because again, we know pineapple is something for inflammation too.
Mm-hmm. And for your mind, the bromelain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
let's work on it. Let's work on
Yeah,
it.
there's a lot of intention and love that goes into my product. I have a heart of service, for all people, but more specifically to women and women of color, and us optimizing our health and well-being status. So Jaylee's Tea, the foundation of it really is a health and wellness company. And so one of the ways I get to serve is through the artisanal bottled iced teas. So I'm always thinking about us and what we might need, what might be helpful.
I appreciate that because like I said, we go through so much as a foundation because I want to break that stigma. Women, we can get together and we can work
Oh,
together.
yeah,
And yeah, we can.
absolutely.
We can really work together. And when I met you, I knew it was about servitude because that's what he only connects me with people who want to be in servitude too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always willing, always happy to share my platform with those who are serving, just not for those who talk the talk, but actually those who are really authentic and doing the work. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Queen.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
you
you.
for that. Yeah, give you your flowers. I love giving people their flowers while they're still, doing what they're doing because sometimes, it gets encouraged. We need that encouragement. We need the extra boost. Nobody knows what it is for you to be a small business owner. You up many nights. And like one thing I like what you said, because it's the same way with me. When I do my foot detox, is when I do that, it's a lot of love put in that, and people don't realize that it's a hurtful thing when you have someone, oh well, can I you put about $10 worth of products in it, but then they want it for $2. I'm just, you put a whole lot of work in, you put a whole lot of work and stuff. You know how we do. You know how we do. And
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
how we do. But I feel as though I want to, why would I want to cut someone's worth when I know that I'm believing in them? You get what I mean? So
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
here to support your sister. I got you, sister. I got you
Thank
here on
you.
this East Coast. I got you here on this East Coast. Even if I have to come to Detroit and drink up a whole lot of them for you.
That works too.
So I got you. I got you. But yeah, so EllaRose, just give the audience, as you can see, you can go to her website, www.jelleset.com/shop. I want you to go there and support her. Buy 6 of them, buy 20 of them, buy 1,000 of them. You know, let's help her get this mission, as she's saying about servitude. Remember, she says she puts her heart and good intentions in this. And why not? Why not? If we can spend on Pure Leaf, why not spend on Jaleese Tea? Just support. Is that's all we ask for in these days and time, is just support. Even if you share this tonight, you're supporting some type of way. You know, even if you have some issues that you talk about with these, if you have to get your mood lifted, maybe you need to come sip a little bit of this tea to get your mood and your boost right. So these are what we're here for. So, EllaRose, it has been a pleasure having you on tonight. Now, is there anything, that one person who is looking to become an entrepreneur and whatever that, what kind of advice would you give that person?
Ooh, girl, that made me cough. Well, let me first say, you were talking about support. Everything is appreciated, and I think as a society, we advance when we make supporting each other our lifestyle. And that doesn't always, it can mean anything. It could be following people on their social media handles, watching their YouTubes, being subscribers, sharing their information, purchasing their information, purchasing their products and things like that. So the prayers, the good intentions, the shares, the follows, the purchases, I appreciate it all. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the collaboration, with sisters like Michelle. But as far as advice for entrepreneurs or people who are thinking about starting, well, I guess I would say, lean into your passions, whatever it is you feel passionate about, you're interested in, you're curious about, you like to do, go ahead and lean into it, because you don't know how that'll manifest and what will harvest from that. As far as, more specifically in entrepreneurship, it's a lot of work. And when you get ready to make steps, calculate, strategize, try to calculate and strategize, and maybe don't share with everyone. Because what happens a lot of times, people will, whatever limits they feel personally, they will put onto you. And so they might not be coming from a bad place. It might be all love. But if they feel like, oh my God, she's going to start a beverage company, I can never do that, she can't do that, they'll put that onto you. And that might shake you a little bit, especially in your beginnings. So I would say, try to discern and be very selective about who you share your dreams and your moves with. And besides that, just your faith system. I just feel like it needs to be strong, because, there are highs and lows to entrepreneurship. And sometimes those lows feel so low. And you need that discipline and knowing that this is something in your purpose and passion to push you sometimes when you feel energetically like you just don't have it no more. And you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why did I do this? So yes, I would say be discerning about who you share with. Try to be strategic from the gate, and keep your faith system tight.
All right. You done heard it, because honey, she done gave us the tea. You done gave the tea, honey. You done gave the tea. You can't share with everybody. Duh. Don't I know? You cannot share with everybody.
Just like we tell certain friends certain things, you kind of, because everybody doesn't have the same mindset, the same tool set. So, everybody can't handle it.
I get it all the time. Everybody can't handle it. Yeah. Everybody can't handle it, because I'm very unique and different. That's why I keep pushing. They, and I know it. It's just they keep pushing, because I will say, I'm determined to follow and lead with my purpose. So you can talk all that, because I hear it all the time. You should be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You always this, because I'm intentional. I'm intentional about what I want to do and what I want to receive, because this is not about me. it's some people who are attached to me who see what I do. So it's very important. You said the tea, girl. You gave the right tea, the right information. Yes, you did. So again, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on tonight and sharing. And again, audience, I want you to go support her. I want you to go lean into her. You know, if you want to get these beverages, I'm actually going to order mine as soon as we get off of this podcast. So I'm really out. So, you know, I have a mantra here every week, because, you know, there's so much despair. We see it in the world. We see it all across. But, you know, some people might feel like they're not loved. But I just want to let you know that while you are watching, or you may catch this in one of your lowest points, you might feel that you're not loved. But I want you to know that if you feel you're not loved, just know that you're loved here at the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul. Until next week, we will see you. Be blessed and go walk in your purpose. And always remember to serve. Serve is the best thing, to be of service. Until next week, I'm your host, Michelle Bolden Hammond.